Welcome to lesson number 3. In this lesson, we shall talk about the different causes of obstacles in earning a living. What are the common causes for blockages in livelihood? According to the Kabbalah, we absorb divine abundance through our conscious vessels. To allow abundance to fill the vessels, they must be open and clean, wide and sturdy. But sometimes the vessels built in us are blocked and covered with screens. Until our conscious vessels are transformed by changing our awareness and thought patterns regarding money and livelihood, abundance will not be able to fill them. Most of our vessels are built in the dark zones of the shells, which is the opposite pole of the Creator's light. And why exactly in the shells? Because that is the zone in which the strongest desire to receive exists. The shells are the place in which human vessels thicken and expand in order to absorb an addition of light. But what happens as soon as the vessels expand? The light that filled them up until now is lessening, and the darkness increases. The systems of impurity cling to the darkened vessels and do not let go, and the person experiences suffering. When darkness fills the vessels and the forces of impurity take hold of them, the person is in a state of reduction, called decree. The force of reduction that acts on a person is one of the causes for difficulty in livelihood. The person whose vessels are blocked must transform them quickly in order to free them from the grip of the shells and prevent further suffering. The transformation of the vessels is done by rectifying negative act that was done in the past, or by shifting the consciousness. For example, if a person in this present lifetime or in previous incarnations borrowed money at excessive interest, or stole, cheated, or committed transgressions related to money, then, following the offenses he committed, he was thrown into the depth of the shells, where he created large and expanded vessels for himself. These vessels are blocked, and abundance cannot fill them. The forces of darkness take hold of his vessels and cause him agony. If the vessels were not transformed in the past, they are transferred with him to the current incarnation and are embodied as difficulties in making a living. Until he transforms the blocked vessels that was built in him, he will continue to experience difficulty. In the present lifetime, that person can choose to transform the blocked vessels by giving charity, donations, atonement, and helping others. In many cases, we don't know the reason of our blockages and may come to terms with the fact that we are doomed, and the money will always run away from us. We grit our teeth and continue to run our lives through a war of survival. The growth process intended for us will be conducted in a difficult and prolonged way. But the earthly reality does not have to be difficult and tormenting. We didn't come here to suffer. The process of release from the shells can be shortened through the application of Kabbalistic spiritual tools. The Kabbalistic methods allow us to transform the vessels quickly, so that the light of the Creator can fill them simply and easily. As soon as the light of the Creator fills the vessels, we achieve blessing and success. Everything happens by itself, without us having to worry or chase the money and miss the purpose of our lives. Livelihood problems can also come as a result of unresolved conflicts with ourselves and with others, or a crisis we went through that left murky deposits in the subconscious, negative stipulations, negative self-image, destructive behavioral patterns, self-hatred, and mental fixations, and also mishandling money that can lead to cutting down of abundance, charging exaggerated interests, loans, servitude to money or debts, or exploiting others, clog the pipes of abundance. Even a person who is anxious about his money and acts stingily may cut off the abundance that should come to him with his own hands. You probably know people who swallow everything that comes to them, guard their assets fanatically. They don't have a drop of giving in them, and they are not ready to flow anything out. Is it fear? Stinginess? The constant absorption inward without passing on originates from an awareness of absence, from the thought that there is not enough abundance in the universe to be shared among everyone. So I must keep as much as possible for myself. If I give from myself to others, I will have nothing left. In such attitude, the abundance may be cut off. You can compare it to spiritual constipation. A person who suffers from persistent constipation eventually cannot eat anymore. The vessel is full. There is no way out, so no additional drop can enter. The truth is that we can all enjoy infinite abundance if we allow it to pass through us and move on unhindered. There are other causes of blockages in the pipes of abundance, and we shall talk about them in the next lesson. So thank you, and see you in the next lesson.